Hello, Lazza here, and it has been 4 months and we are still stuck in the Australian outback. It's very hot, it's very windy, but that doesn't matter because we've still got the shaders going. So a massive shout out to you for not coming to rescue me. Like seriously, it's been 4 months, we're still stuck out here. Anyway, in that time, we have discovered some more useful survival add-ons, so if you are enjoying, a like is always appreciated, and hopefully you can share around so Lazza can get found. Like seriously, help! But anyway, let's get straight into it.
I just need to ask you, do you love me anymore?
Alrighty, let's get into the add-ons and let's start it off with a bang and check out this gun add-on, which is really great in survival or creative. So this gun add-on adds 17 weapons to the game, which is really cool. So there's a bunch of variety from pistols, SMGs, assault rifles, tactical rifles. It's really cool to mess around with these weapons. You can also aim down sights, so if you crouch in game it has a iron sight, which is really cool, and some guns even have their own like red dot kind of thing, which is really nice to see. So definitely recommend checking out this gun add-on for some really cool weapons. They do have a really cool loading animation, which I will showcase all the reload animation at the end of the video, so stick around if you do want to see that. But that is pretty much it for this add-on. Let's move on to the next one. So this next add-on is actually very useful. As you can see, we've got a normal chicken. But wait, it's not normal. So this add-on turns every single mob into a creeper pretty much, which is probably not as useful in survival as you would like to, but it does keep you on edge and keeps you like really on edge on where mobs are and what they do, because they will blow up in your face and kill you. It's a fun mob to muck around. You can even troll your friends with this, so I do recommend checking out this add-on. So speaking of useful, this add-on is probably not so useful because when you're in the sunlight, you literally burn. So you know the sun is not good. You do not want to be in the sun too long because it does burn you literally. Being in the Australian outback, I have definitely gotten my fair share of sunburn. So please just be careful in the sun, apply your sunscreen, and this add-on will just burn you alive. It's pretty cool. So when you turn it into nighttime, you just stop burning. So just, yeah, best to be out of the sun. Okay, now we're going to move on to an actual useful one. So this is the F1 button, which is actually just a resource pack. So there's no behavior pack with this one. So it's really cool. So, you know, it's pretty annoying to pause the game and turn off hide hand and hide HUD. But this one actually just does it for you with a button on your screen, which is really cool. It hides your HUD, which is really amazing. So if you do want to take some cinematics, which require you to like put blocks out and whatnot, you can actually do this. So it's really cool. This is another really useful pack. I mean, all of these packs are pretty useful in their own way. So this is a durability viewer resource pack. So this resource pack adds a durability counter to the hotbar and the armor grid, which is really cool. So when you click on the items as well, it comes up as well showing how much, I guess, durability it has left, which is really useful. So you don't have to just wait for the bar to go down. You can literally see how many hits it's got left before the item is going to break. So it's really cool and really useful if you are in survival. And there are also some sub-pack options as well if you do want to play around with those, because they may actually boost the FPS depending on what device you are using. But overall, it is a very useful pack. So this next one is a very subtle change, and this is the windowed doors and trapdoors. So if you do want to have a door which has a glass in it so you can see through it, it's pretty useful in survival, so you can actually see past your door without having to open it. So you never know, there could be a creeper outside or something, but this is just a really nice texture pack, which I actually like. So this next resource pack is actually really useful for those who love to trade with villagers. So this is all trades visible. So pretty much if you are trading with a villager, you can only see what level 1 is, and then you got to level it up to see what other items you can unlock. But with this pack, it pretty much unlocks it all, so you can actually see what the villager is going to offer in the future. So you can see up to level 5 to see what kind of goods he's going to be giving you, or what kind of stuff he's going to rip you off with. Like seriously, these villagers are just absolute stooges. They will rip you off at any moment in time. So now we are looking at Ambient Torchlight, which is really cool. So there is a bunch of different things which actually have this glowing effect when you hold the torch in your hand. So the torch, the sea lantern, glowstone, lantern, beacon, lava buckets, end rods, soul torch, soul lanterns, redstone torch, shroom lights, and jack-o'-lanterns all have a effect where you hold it in your hands and it gives you a realistic lighting effect, which is really cool. This also has a really cool feature when you drop the light source on the ground, it still lights it up, which is really cool and really useful if you are in survival. It's really useful if you are in survival and you don't want to be wasting torches and you just hold it in your hand while you're exploring caves or whatever you're doing at nighttime. It is really useful and it is a really cool lighting physics in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So this next behavior pack is for those who'd love to explore in the desert, which can't be many because there's literally nothing in the desert other than the temple. And how many times have we explored the temple? Many times. So this pack generates a bunch of desert structures into the desert. It has like pyramids and some really cool stuff which you can explore, which I really do like. So definitely recommend checking this out just to explore it, because who doesn't love to explore, am I right? Speaking of exploring, this next pack is absolutely massive, and I probably should have just put it in its own video, but we'll just throw it in this one for the sake of it. So this is Cave Enhancements, and it is seriously so massive. It adds so much to your game. It has over 300 new items, which is absolutely crazy. You can get new ores. It even has those realistic torches to make your exploring that little bit better. So you can get all this new stuff, even a bunch of new tools and armor, which is just really cool. And the caves are just absolutely amazing. It really gets me hyped up for the Caves and Cliffs update for Bedrock Edition 1.17. Cannot wait for that to come out. But in the meantime, I definitely recommend checking out this add-on to just go ahead and explore. Like, the caves are absolutely massive. You can even get end caves, which I didn't show off in the video, which I'm sorry. You can get new kind of dungeons. I didn't find any, unfortunately. I'm sorry I didn't go through everything in this kind of add-on, but you can read it all on the MCPEDL website, linked in the description. So make sure you have a read to see what you can actually do in this add-on, because there is seriously so much to do. And it's really amazing just to go ahead and explore these caves. The next pack we are checking out is the Revive Player add-on. So this is actually pretty cool. So say your friends are in a custom map or doing something for mini games or just playing around together and you just don't want to die and lose all your loot, you can actually now revive your partner in the game, which is really cool. It even has a pretty cool animation while you're reviving them, which is really nice. So when you are down, you got 30 seconds to go ahead and res your mate, which is really cool. So it takes like 5 seconds to res them, and it does the cool animation, which I do recommend checking out. So if you are playing a custom game with your friend and you don't want to lose your materials or progress, I definitely recommend checking out this Revive Player add-on. So this next add-on adds triangles into the game, because if squares aren't enough for you, then triangles are the way to go. So this is pretty cool. So this has custom geometry, which is really cool. So it just adds all these triangles. I recommend checking out the Mcpe website, because it shows all the different blocks you can turn into triangles, which there are seriously a lot. So you can do a bunch of cool customizations with your worlds. You can make like some triangle stuff, like ramps, circular things with the triangles. It's just really cool to go ahead and play around with it to make some really cool builds. So this last resource pack we are checking out is Louder and Distant Sound. So this pack lets you hear sounds from a very far away. It is very useful for hearing like note blocks or kind of music and whatnot, or even hearing mob farm testers. Hoo-hoo. But that is pretty much it for this video. If you did stick around, it really does mean a lot. Comment below which is your favorite resource behavior pack from the video. I'm interested to hear, but that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you in the next one, and peace.